Hi, everybody. Welcome to the classroom. Hi, Sue. How are you today? Did you know that today we're going to do letter S? That's your letter, Sue. Your name starts with S. We're going to talk about sloths. Do you know what a sloth is? Well, it's a pretty cool animal that lives in the rainforest. And we're going to make a hanging sloth today for art. Let's get started right away. Sue, you can go and sit down, because we need to feed Fred and do our class job. Hi, Fred. Here's your fish food. Well, now that Fred's been fed, let's turn around and pick a pointer. Which pointer should we pick today? Let's see. How about we pick this star? Star starts with S, just like sloth. The month is June. How are we going to count the numbers? Let's see. We're going to stand up and count. Are you ready? Let's stand up. Okay, here we go. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you standing and counting? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You can sit back down. Today is June 28th. Can you say today's date? June 28th. Let's go all the way up to the top. Today's day of the week starts with letter F. F says F. So what day is it today? Friday. Today is Friday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Well, it is time to look outside the window and see what your weather is like today so we can dress Weather Bear. Check and see. Is your weather sunny or cloudy or rainy or windy? When I do like this, just shout it out. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is, what's your weather? It is out today. It is out today. Okay, let's dress Weather Bear. Weather Bear, we're going to put on some pants for you and your hiking boots so you can explore the rainforest one more time. And here is a t-shirt. What's the season right now? The season is summer. Well, that was our calendar time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter of the day is letter S. Do you have an S in your name? Okay, well, if you have an S, you get to stand up. If your name has letter S, stand up. Sue, you have an S. If your name has letter S, stand up. If your name has letter S, if your name has letter S, if your name has letter S, stand up. Yay! Sue, you got to stand today. But now you can sit because we need to decorate our letter S. To decorate our letter S today, we're going to make it look like a sloth. But let me show you what a sloth looks like. Whoa! Look at this sloth. What's he doing? He's hanging upside down from this tree branch. And look how fluffy and furry he is. He looks like a happy sloth. Okay, well, let's decorate our letter S like that sloth. I'm going to use a brown crayon, and I'm just going to make it look very hairy, like that hairy sloth. Just kind of scribbling. Okay, that definitely looks like a very hairy letter S. Here's little s. I'll just color it. So what letter is this that we're decorating? Letter S. And now that we can recognize letter S, we'll practice writing letter S. To write letter S, we're going to first make a letter C. There's letter C. To make a C, we just curve around. So make a letter C at the top. Then we're going to turn around and we're going to make a backwards letter C. So just turn around and make a backwards C. It's like a forward C and a backward C. This is letter S. Let's practice writing letter S. We're going to make a forward C upstairs, turn, and make a backward C downstairs. Forward and back. Forward and back. Would you like to practice? Remember, you can use a whiteboard like me. You can use handwriting paper like this. You can skywrite if you don't have any paper. You could practice on the back of your letter S paper that you decorated. Forward and back. Forward and back. This way and that way. Okay, that's the big uppercase letter S. But every letter has two, uppercase and lowercase. The lowercase s looks the same as uppercase S. You're still going to curve this way, turn, and go back. It's just going to be smaller. And if you're using handwriting paper, you're going to have to squeeze that little s downstairs. Forward and back. Squeeze. It's tiny. Forward and back. Forward C and then a backward C. That makes a letter S. S. Squeeze downstairs. Find the stairs. Make sure you're on the right line. See the stairs right here? Our little S goes downstairs. Forward, turn, back. One more. Okay, well, I know that you are doing such a great job. I'm going to cheer for you and give you a special sticker. It's a star, and that starts with letter S too. But now that we can recognize S and we can write letter S, next we'll talk about the sound that S makes. Letter S makes the sound like a snake. What does a snake sound like? Very good. Letter S says like a snake. Can you do your hand back and forth like this, like a slithering snake? Letter S says like a snake. Well, we're going to do something fun for our reading time today. We're going to play Rainforest Bingo. So I'm going to tell you the beginning sound and the word, and I want you to tell me what letter does that word start with, and also to find that picture that matches on this bingo board. We're going to try to cover all the pictures. All right, so first I want you to look for a sloth. Sloth starts with this sound. S. What letter makes that sound? Letter S. Very good. So I'm going to put a little letter S here in the corner. And then I'm going to cross this out because we found this one. We're going to try to get X's on all the spaces so we can have bingo. All right, now I want you to look for a jaguar. J, j, j. Jaguar starts with what letter? Letter J. Good job. J, j. Jaguar starts with J. All right, now I want you to look for a frog. Frog. What does frog start with? Letter F. Very good. F is for frog. Okay, now we're going to look for an ant. What letter does ant start with? A. Letter A. Letter A is for ant. This is a leaf cutter ant from the rainforest. Okay, now I want you to look for a toucan. T, 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 t. What letter makes that sound? T, 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 t. T. T for toucan. And here's a toucan bird. Okay, let's put an X on top of the toucan. Now let's look for the butterfly. B, 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 butterfly. What letter says b, 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 b? B, letter B. And I found the beautiful blue butterfly right in the middle. B, b. Now let's look for a parrot. P, 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 p. What letter? P, 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 like popcorn. Letter P, and I found the parrot. Let's put an X on top. Now let's look for the monkey. Monkey. What letter says Letter M. Monkey. And I think we have one more. This is a fish. I think it's a piranha, but let's try to find the first sound in fish. F, f is f, a letter F, just like the frog next to this fish. So we'll put an X on this fish, this piranha fish. Look, we covered up all the spaces and we practiced beginning sounds. On the count of 3, let's all say bingo. 1, 2, 3, bingo! Good job. Well, that was all of our letter time, recognition, handwriting, phonics, and we did a little beginning sounds practice for reading. Now it's time for math. And for math today, we're going to play I Spy. Do you like to play I Spy? You're going to have to really look closely to spy all these rainforest things. So let's start with the ant. Let's look in the box and see how many ants we can find. Okay, I see one right there. And look carefully. We're going to circle all the ants, or you could color the ants. 2, there's another one. Here's one down at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ants. So up here beside the ant, let's write number 7. Okay, next we're going to look for the monkey. Let's see how many monkeys we can find. I think I see one right here. Monkey. There's one. Oh, here's a monkey. 2, 3. Can you see more monkeys? There's one right in the middle. 4. Good job. Any more monkeys? 5. One here at the bottom. So we found 5 monkeys. So let's write number 5 by the monkey. Okay, next we're going to look for toucan birds. Let's see how many we can find. Oh, I see one right there. 1. Here's another. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I found 8. Okay, write number 8 by the toucan. And next we're going to look for the butterflies. Let's see how many butterflies we can find. 1. Do you see another one? Point in. If you find it, point to it. 2. Good job. 3. Right here at the bottom. Good. 3 butterflies. So let's write number 3. Curve around and around again. Now we're going to look for the parrots. Let's see. How many parrots? Why don't we start at the top and kind of make our way all the way down? So here's one at the top. And there's another one. That's 2. And keep going down, down, down. There's one. 3 and 4. So how many parrots? 4. All right, write number 4, and then we'll look for these lizards. That's a chameleon. Let's see how many we can find. Start at the top, and we'll work our way down. There's 1. And there's another one. That makes 2. And that's all I see. So we're going to write number 2 right here. Curve around, slide down, and straight out. Next, we're going to look for snakes. Start at the top. Let's find all the snakes. There's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 snakes. So let's write number 6. Curve around and loop down. Last but not least, we're going to find all the sloths. Today, S is for sloth. Start at the top. We'll work our way down. Oh, there's 1. And let's see. I see another one. That makes 2. And here's 1. That makes 3. And 4. And 5. 5 sloths. So let's write number 5. Good job. We spied all those things that live in the rainforest. Well, it is time for us to make a sloth, a hanging sloth for art today. So come on, let's head over to the art table. Okay, so we're going to make this cute little hanging sloth today for art. I'm just going to color my sloth first. And remember, we saw a picture of a sloth and he was really hairy. So I'm just kind of moving my crayon up and down to make him look kind of hairy. He's holding, or she, he or she is holding a baby. Baby sloth. Okay, so next I'm just going to cut this sloth out. Just cut around the outside. Don't cut the middle where those dotted lines are. We're going to fold right there. Just go all the way around the edge. Okay. So now I'm just going to fold this right in the middle where the dotted lines are. And I'm going to bring the feet together like this. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. So I'm going to put a little dot right here, and a little dot right here. And I'll just bring these together and hold them there, and hold that one right there. Okay, give it a second to make sure it's dry. And then you can take a pencil when it's dry, make sure, and you can slip your pencil through, and your sloth will actually hang from the pencil. Just like real sloths hang from a tree branch. And if you'd like to, you could even go outside maybe and get a tree branch and let your sloth hang from a tree branch. Well, that's our art project, and now it's time for story time. Well, here is my hanging sloth, and this is what it looks like if you do go outside and pick up a branch. But you could use your pencil, remember, that would be fine. Well, it's time for story time, and our book today is called Sammy the Speedy Sloth. The Adventures of Sammy the Speedy Sloth. Sam the Sloth lives in the rainforest of South America. Sam is not like other sloths. He is speedy and loves to run around. But the other sloths are always too busy snoozing all day and are too tired to play with Sam. One day, Sam decided to find new friends to play games with. He walked into the forest, looking to see who was around. When he stopped by a tree, Sam saw a colorful bird perched on a branch high above. "Hello," he said. "I'm Sam the Sloth, and I'm looking for someone to play with. Do you want to play a game?" "I'm Tammy the Toucan," she said, "and I love games." Sam was delighted and asked, "So what can we play?" "Well, how about we fly over the treetops? That's my favorite game," replied Tammy, pointing to the sky. "But I can't fly like you. I don't have wings," Sam said. "Maybe we can't play together then," Tammy sighed. Sam was sad for a moment, but then he had an idea. "Well, how about we race? I can run and you can fly." Tammy agreed and flew off with a flap of her wings. Sam ran along the leafy ground as fast as he could. Sam and Tammy reached a clearing and stopped. "That was fun," they both giggled with big smiles. Sam sat down on the ground, but the earth collapsed beneath him. He fell into a hole and pulled himself out. Suddenly, a big snout poked out from the deep hole. "Excuse me, You sat on my den, said the creature. Sorry, said Sam. We were just playing a fun game. The creature smiled. I love games. Can I play too? Of course, Sam answered with a beaming smile. I'm Amy the Armadillo, she said. Nice to meet you. So what game do you want to play? Asked Sam. Let's dig underground. I love that game, replied Amy. But we can't dig underground like you, said Sam. Amy looked sad. Maybe we can't play together then. Sam thought for a moment. I can run, Tammy can fly, and you can dig. They nodded and each sped off. Sam was so busy looking behind him he didn't see the river ahead of him, but it was too late and he fell in. He swam back, spat out a mouthful of water, and shook the water off his fur. He laughed at his wet reflection. Just then, a little round face stuck out of the water. What's going on? Who's splashing? The face asked. Sam smiled. Oh, sorry, we were playing a fun game, and I accidentally fell in the river. Now I'm all wet. The face smiled and rose up from the water. That sounds like fun. I love games. Can I join in? Of course, Sam, Tammy, and Amy replied together. I'm Oscar the Otter. Pleased to meet you, he said. Great. What game do you want to play? Sam asked. Swimming underwater is so much fun, replied Oscar. The others all frowned and looked at each other. Sorry, but we can't swim underwater, Sam said. Oh no, maybe we can't play together, said Oscar. I think I have an idea, said Sam, waving his arms. Let's have a race where I run, Tammy flies, Amy digs, and Oscar swims. First one to the big tree stump wins. Before Sam had a chance to move, they all sped off. Sam ran along the riverbank, clumsily moving his legs. As he got to the tree stump, Sam tripped on some vines, but he laughed and quickly got up from the ground. The others arrived with wide smiles on their faces. It was so much fun to mix our favorite games, said Tammy. And I have some amazing new friends, added Amy. We're different, but we can still all play together, said Sam. Can we play together again tomorrow? Asked Oscar. Yes, of course we can. They all cheered and laughed. We should go home, said Sam. It's getting late. They said goodbye and disappeared into the rainforest. Sam walked back through the rainforest to go home. That night, Sam went to bed and looked up at the sky. That was such a fun day. I wonder what game we'll play next time, he said, before falling fast asleep. The end. Well, that was a fun story, Sue, wasn't it? And I think we've had some fun this week learning about the rainforest. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everybody.